Those who have ears to hear, let them listen. So, in my past video, I was talking about how works can be dangerous, and also in the video before that, I was talking about how God's will is always going to be done. And so, when you put those two and two together, I know I have thought before, okay, then what's the point of even doing the works? What's the point of all of it? Why do we need to draw near to God? And as I was doing so, because I knew that it's the right thing to do deep down, I've found some things out, okay? And so basically, in a nutshell, drawing near to God can, it reconnects you with God, because so we're a lot more than just this flesh and bones, right? There's a reason why you are who you are, why you have the personality that you do, why you think the way that you do it. And it's because you were created and you were designed to be that way. Yes, trauma and stuff like that can affect it, but at the root of who you were supposed to be when you were born, that was designed, okay? And there's a creator, and the creator is God. And so by reconnecting with him, in doing so, you also reconnect with that true self, okay? Because also I want to point out, just like how Jesus washed the disciples' feet, right? Yes, that does exemplify how that our leaders are supposed to be there to serve, and how in the kingdom of heaven, it's all about serving. But it also shows how in the kingdom of heaven, you put your time into God. The disciples, they followed Jesus day and night for a long, long time, right? Days after days after days. And what was the result of that? They got a lot out of it. They got a lot of knowledge, they got a lot of time, a lot of great moments with Jesus. And then they also had the washing of the feet. And there's a significance to that. That shows that you don't get nothing out of spending time with Jesus, right? Because, like I said, we're not just physical, we're also spiritual and beings, because we have a soul and we have a spirit. And that allows us to think of like what we want to do in our life. It allows us to think ahead, think behind, all that stuff. But at the same time, then there's deception that comes into all of that. And so then we can get worried and loss of confidence, make bad decisions, all that stuff from temptation and whispers from the enemy. And so the more you spend time with Jesus, the more you can connect with hope, confidence, change of perspective into hope, right? It can get rid of anxiety, and it just overall gives you joy. And what those feelings are, because lots of people who've had spiritual encounters or been to church, like they say like, oh yeah, there's this one time when I just felt so good, better than I ever have, right? That's the experience that they experienced, what it's like to be in the presence of God. And when you're in the presence of God, there's no negative